Yeah, we're here. Rare Navy, Jamaica Premier League action. It's the playoffs, it's the quarterfinals. We're here, we're seeing Arnett Gardens versus Portmore United. And after, the first 45 minutes, it is Portmore United who have the 1-goal lead courtesy of our own goal by Philando Wing. But that Portmore team in the first half, it must be said, they blew me away because this is not the Portmore United we're used to. They're such an aggressive unit in this first half. They were pressing high. They were committing many players to their attack as well. I think the change that they made, Gio Headley coming in, has paid dividend. Yes, Siobhan Walsh has been their bagsman this season, but I do think that Gio Headley, Alex Marshall, they have been fantastic in behind Stephen Barnett, and their hard work has really paid off in that first half. They created a multitude of chances, hit the post twice. I think this Portmore team were extremely impressive, and they have caught Arnett Gardens off guard, one might say, in that first half. But for Arnett Gardens, I do think they need to improve in multiple facets. They were a bit too timid, and when it comes down to central progression, I don't think that they did well enough. Too often they were trying to bypass the midfield, go to the wings, and their wing play wasn't effective enough. Kaim Dixon didn't do enough work, I think, in that first half. Got that big chance, didn't fire it across the goalkeeper as he should have. And I think this Arnett Gardens team, once they get a bit more settled, once they try and, get the ball through the middle more, try and hit those channels as quickly as possible. We didn't see many of those dynamic runs that we usually see from Arnett Gardens. Rashane Thompson, I think I saw him invade that space once. Jaheim Thomas, I didn't see it at all. So those are the changes that I would make from a Arnett Gardens perspective. But for Portmore United, just more of the same. They were fantastic. And Donald and Chris, they have a fantastic second half to go to right now. Let's see what we have.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, this second half. He made a couple of points in regards to Portmore United and what we expected of them before the start of the game, Chris Taylor, but they showed a lot of ambition. They showed a lot of pressing. They showed a lot of aggression in the attacking third. And Arnett Gardens were on the back foot for the majority of that half. It can be said that Portmore United could have had a bigger lead. It can also be said that Arnett Gardens had their opportunities as well to score. But it's been a close affair. That's no surprise. We anticipated that. But what Portmore United they have shown today is a lot of confidence going forward against the Arnett Gardens unit.
Yeah, good to see Portmore United not just sitting back. Youth looking to be positive. I think Alex Marshall has been a difference maker for them so far. Has come deep to collect and look to distribute. He's also provided width. In fact, he's been all over the park, Alex Marshall. Kudos to him and his fitness. Touches have been good, and because his touches have been good, he has activated that second part of the play early. I find too many times in the Jamaica Premier League, because the first touch is not good, you then have to take 3 touches to get where you want to get in the first place. And that reduces time. Marshall's touches have been excellent. If you even go back to the goal, that first touch, a cross-field ball, and his first touch put him right into stride immediately. The defender just couldn't recover because of that. And that activated the second phase of play. So that was excellent. Do agree with Leger that that through the middle, Portmore, they have controlled that area a lot better than the likes of Thomas and Thompson for Arnett Gardens. But Arnett have created a couple of opportunities for themselves. As you said, Dixon with the best of them. But yeah, you need to see Rashane Thompson on the ball more, Jaheim Thomas making those runs even if they don't receive the play. And what that will do is create more space for the likes of Fabian Reed. Marlon Martin, who usually controls the middle of the park in terms of breaking up play, he hasn't been that effective so far.
Second half has got underway, and you could have seen the Arnett Gardens players charging forward at the whistle. But they're hoping to make a strong response. Arboyne trying to get there. Has the ball now. Looking for Fabian Reed. The clearance made. Arnett Gardens, they have a throw. Wings through. Reed back to Arboyne. Here's a shot that's blocked. Dixon allows that one to go into touch. It's a corner kick to Arnett Gardens. You're thinking of taking it quickly. Wizard to deliver. And the near post comes all the way across. Arboyne couldn't get on the end of it. And now here's Marshall looking for runners. Headley. Portmore United, they have all the time in the world. Arnett Gardens, they've settled, but Alex Marshall with a wonderful turn, trying to thread that one through. Marshall trying to go it alone, getting by 3 players. He couldn't do that on that occasion. Jaheim Thomas. Arnett with the throw. Thompson. Ball played inside, flag stays down. Dixon gets another corner kick for his team.
Yeah, nice move. Another thing of note, I haven't seen much rotation from the top 3 for Arnett Gardens. Arboyne has stayed on the left, Dixon has stayed on the right.
Wizard again to deliver. At the near post. Back out to Wizard. Couldn't keep it in play.
Disappointing from the youngster. Had double digits in terms of assists in the Manning Cup. This season did Wizard, playing for Excelsior. Does have the ability to eye a good pass and execute it. And he's definitely won his coach's attention. And a spot in the starting lineup in recent times, Wizard.
Arboyne collects it centrally. Here's Wing. Another corner kick to Arnett Gardens.
Just think it's a matter of time before we probably see the likes of maybe Smith for Arboyne or even Rashiki Kelson.
They've been called back. There was a handled ball there, apparently.
Not the greatest angle for Willis, so I'm not sure if he'll go direct here, but do know he's very dangerous from the dead ball. Probably does rather it when it's straight though.
He's not going to go direct.
Wing also could whip it in with the left foot to bring a bit of variety.
Well, the 3-man wall has been constructed by Tyrone Williams. I'm not sure neither of those gentlemen are looking forward to be in the path of Willis' strike. He may go goalwards, you know. Yeah. Barnett took the brunt of it. Corner kick to Arnett Gardens. He was going for goal. Wing to deliver. Headed back in the danger area. Hacked out of the box. Marshall trying to get by Wizard. Wizard does well. Finding Wing. Played in a dangerous area for Headley. Headley ran into traffic, and Shane Watson not agreeing with the call.
Again, you could understand that, not sure what Shane Watson's hands were doing up there. Why was it necessary? I know a free kick in a dangerous kind of area does suit the left foot of Emilio Rousseau with the angle. Knight can hit them from distance as well, but I think Rousseau is the favourite here.
I've seen Rousseau score from here at the schoolboy football level.
And at this level.
Yeah, but I literally mean here at Sabina Park.
Fair enough.
Jamari Morrison, who's on the bench for Portmore United, has also scored from this distance at Sabina Park as well for Kingston College a few years ago. But this is Rousseau territory. The four-man wall set up by Arnett Gardens. It's Rousseau into the wall, did its job. Knight, he was in an offside position, surely Stephen Barnett. Willis getting some attention. I don't think it was a head injury, because the referee had allowed play to continue. Kevin Deere, Portmore United legend. Came off his shoulder, neck area.
Well, the ball is a size 5, so probably would have connected with the shoulder as well as the head. It isn't a tennis ball, Donald.
That it isn't.
But thankfully it isn't a cricket one either.
Yeah, he wasn't necessarily in the Silimidan region, was he?
No. Yeah, a bit shaken up, understandably so. Not quite the concussion test, but I guess effective enough. There is Kelson getting ready. No surprise that he is warming up. Smith I see in the distance as well.
Yes, Smith, a former Portmore United player as well. I'm sure he's eager to get on the park. Here's Thompson trying to play that out wide. And Portmore United, they stride forward. Marshall lost it. And now Arnett Gardens will go the other way. They go long. Young did enough to take it away from Arboine.
It was actually Kaheem Dixon who got back to put in a challenge.
Reed. Thomas inside. Gets it back. Shot from the edge of the box is charged down.
Kaheem Dixon again, I like that he looked to hit it one time.
Thomas sends it across. Big chance here! Again, Dixon's effort is charged down.
Actually, it was Rasheen Thompson with a strike from the top of the area. Dixon was waiting wide right, but it didn't get to him. Good defensive work, though, as we said. Portmore getting very narrow, as we discussed. Strength of them, their spine.
Wizard. That's lovely. The challenge coming in. Vital again. Bowling's doing the work.
If you're a gambling coach, based on the match that Fabian Reed has had, he's not really come alive. Would you, Dixon has looked lively, would you put Dixon in a central position, take off Reed, and then change the two wide players, bring on two other wide players to expose them?
Tough choices ahead.
Yeah.
Here's the corner kick. Headed away. Thomas. Reed. Reed looking for space. Almost got by Rousseau, who does well, and then he's lost it. And Thompson was eclipsed. Referee says play on. They can't clear as yet. Portmore United. And it's a throw in to Arnett Gardens again in the attacking third.
Lovely skill by Fabian Reed. He's throwing it through the legs of Rousseau as well. Let's look at this bit of skill. Oh, yes.
But Rousseau did well to recover, though.
Yeah, using his strength. And he got help from Jaheen Rose.
Arnett Gardens applying a lot of the pressure in the second half so far.
Love how Kahim Dixon is playing. Yeah, I'm kind of saying, I know Fabian Reed is a legend, is a star striker, but it's just not his match. History doesn't suit him in this fixture as well. But based on the game that Dixon is having, I think he's very likely the player who would score for Arnett Gardens, Kahim Dixon.
Wizards ball inside. Headed behind once again.
Yeah.
Stephen Young was in the way. He's injured himself, I think. Not too badly. Another corner. They are looking for the equalizer here on Arnett Gardens. Wizards delivery. Lofted again. Looking for Dixon. Wing lost it. Good challenge coming in from Thomas.
Thomas has looked too lightweight for me today. Wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the players to come off as well, Jaheen Thomas.
Wizard again. Martin trying to thread that one through.
Arnett need to make the change now. I think Xavier Gilbert waiting a little bit too long. Well, 60 minutes now, still a long time to go, but
no, they have a bit of a good spell here on Arnett Gardens. Probably he just wants them to see this through.
Yeah, I'm not thinking it's going to happen with this. Arboy now for me, I would take off Jaheen Thomas. I'm thinking Shepherd for maybe Jaheen Thomas. And possibly Kelson out wide for maybe Arboy. Maybe shift Kahim Dixon to the other side.
Arboy sends it out wide. Oh, lovely! Ball played across. But Portmore United defending stubbornly.
He's some player, this teenager.
Yes, he is, Kahim Dixon. He's just a live wire.
And his confidence as well. Look at him, hunting the ball, wanting to get on with things. Love his attitude, Kahim Dixon.
If I see him in the Jamaica Premier League next season, I'll be very surprised.
And annoyed.
More annoyed than surprised, actually.
Yes.
Tyrone Williams He's going to eat up a few seconds here because his team has been under the cosh for the last few minutes.
Just wondering the gamble that Arnett will take. If it's a triple change, I could understand. I would take off Reed, Arboin, and Thomas. And I would go Kaheem Dixon through the middle. Smith and Kelson. I would play Smith on the left, Kelson on the right, because Kelson likes to cut in and he's very tricky on that wide right area. And then Shepherd in the position for Jaheim Thomas. Jaheim Thomas hasn't really had a good game. And he hasn't gotten in the game enough. He hasn't had enough touches on the ball, and he hasn't been effective by any means. But let's see. Arboin Quarley, we did talk about his time in Tanzania, and yes, it is a namesake in Corey Bennett, who was with him as well, who is in the MLS. But yeah, lovely experience for him. Not many players Jamaica have had that have gone to the continent of Africa to explore their football. And yeah, Arboin, probably not many moments left. Not much action in the fields, but there's some action in the stands. And Janae has someone new. Janae?
And we're here in the stands with the fans again. This is a fan from Portmore United, and you are supporting your team. They're leading in this contest. How are you feeling?
Feeling great. I'm feeling great. When
we look at it, Portmore had a very good season, not really losing much games, coming into the playoffs as a very strong team. Do you think that they can win the overall championships?
Definitely.
And this match, you know Arnett Gardens. You know that they're up to no good when they come onto the pitch. They want to score goals. Do you think that they'll score any?
No, I don't think so. We are going to hold it out. We are going to hold it out till it ends. We are all on plan to score.
When I look in the stands, though, I see a lot of Arnett Gardens supporters, but I'm not really seeing much Portmore fans. What is something that you can tell the Portmore fans to come out and support the boys?
I have faith in them.
You don't sound like you have faith in them.
No, I have faith in them. Just have faith, guys.
All right, well, commentary. We have more football to watch and listen to. So back to you.
Emilio Rosso is taking his time to go try and make use of this corner kick for Portmore United. They are in the ascendancy. Well, they are ahead on the scorecard. Looking for a second here. Rousseau's ball inside. And there's a coming together. Edwards is down. The play is going to be stopped now. Again, Young in the wars.
Young charging into Edwards. I mean, he does have a right to challenge for the ball. Look at it here.
There's not a lot in that, you know.
Actually didn't go with the arm, so I would say fair game for Young. Didn't use his arm for leverage, so he was more exposed. And one thing about him, you've heard Dwight Jeremiah talk about it, one of the bravest players he's ever coached, Stephen Young. And going without the arms means that there's no real protection, so his head is exposed, and he went with his head as well. And well, Eric Edwards coming out second best. Young is up and ready already.
No, well, I think Edwards had to do that because he was in trouble, wasn't he? Had 5 starts over 4 seasons with Portmore United, did Eric Edwards. Was loaned out to Dun Beholden on a couple of occasions before finding his home at Arnett Gardens. Five clean sheets so far this season. The Arnett custodian, another player is down for Portmore United, but Arnett Gardens will continue. Thomas, Martin, Wizard, trying to thread that one through. Barnett needs some attention. I think he's suffering from a bit of cramp. Siobhan Walsh taking it as a signal to get himself ready. Nine goals to his name so far this season, Siobhan Walsh, from 15 starts for the 28-year-old. Actually scored in that 1-1 draw with Arnett Gardens earlier this season. The big man is getting ready to come on now. Having a word with his coach just before. Barnett did have his chances, found the woodwork. Did Barnett tonight. Still just the one goal for him this season. Walsh with his first touch. He's lost it. Arnett looking to press now. Free kick awarded to the Junglers. Thomas was cut down. Free kick coming up on Arnett Gardens. Who's behind it?
Willis territory.
There you go.
Scored one already this season from this kind of distance, almost an exact replica here.
Ball set up to deny Willis. Goes for goal, and it's straight down the throat of Tyrone Williams. Had his eyes on it all the way. Always impressive to find the target from long range.
Not quite there. Kind of venom he scored with at Arnett Gardens earlier this season. Also, it wasn't heading towards the top corner.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious. Arboyne has lost it, you know. Marshall has picked it up. Walsh with a shot on the turn, wide of the mark.
Yeah, lots to think about now for Arnett Gardens with Walsh coming on.
Well,
he's gone Marlon Martin off. Interesting.
Well, is it not really a like-for-like change, but I can understand it. Fortifying the middle.
Roisin Thompson, I think, will play a bit deeper now then.
So Shepherd is on for Martin, and the other change seems Arboyne out for the former Portmore United player in Chase Smith.
Yeah. I thought he could have made that Arboyne change maybe 10 minutes earlier. But yeah, I would have made that as well. I could see Shepherd coming on. I thought he would have gone Shepherd for Thomas, but fair enough. Marlon Martin hasn't really been in the game. Not as effective as we've seen this season, Martin. And I just wonder if he's really 100%. His leg was heavily strapped. Not breaking up the play in the same way.
Marshall does well to keep it. Walsh, utilizing his strength, went to the turf, was looking for a call. It didn't go in his favor. And now Dixon to Shepherd. Oh, Shepherd is, well, luckily reached his teammate. Lovely switch in play to wing. Wing running into space.
Good defending, Rousseau.
Yeah.
Still a job from Rousseau and Young so far today. Fabian Reed hasn't had a sniff. That's all he needs, though.
Well, he has had a sniff or two, Fabian Reed. He's also just sneezed a couple of times, that's all.
Warner Brown and Rashiki Kelson still warming up for Arnett Gardens. We haven't seen Warner Brown much in the second half of the season.
No, we haven't. Shepherd wasn't accurate with this pass, but he gets a second chance here. Smith against his old club. Not a bad first touch. Left the former teammate injured. And Jacqueline Rose, here's the ball inside. And here's a shot that's built by Williams. Reed on target. Looking for his 11th goal this season. And that's why he stayed on, Chris Taylor.
There's a sniff. Good contact from Fabian Reed. He's disappointed that he didn't score. Not an easy technique by any means. Did well, Reed. The strike was very central in the end, though. Yeah. Williams getting the job done in the end. Still think that the change, if they are really looking to bring on Warner Brown, would be Brown for Reed. Unless Dixie is tired, based on how he's been playing, I wouldn't take him off.
Dixon and tired doesn't really go into the same sentence, I think. Marshall again robbed. Thompson couldn't find that pass. Walsh. Headley across to Seagull Knight. Portmore United not afraid to rotate at the back. Well, they give up possession too easily. And that's not the best challenge from Rousseau. On Reed, no harm done though. Thomas, so wasn't the best ball across the Shepherd. Arnett Gardens seeking parity here. On the turn, was applying the pressure. Edwards with a booming clearance and couldn't quite catch it in his stride, Dixon. Shepherd has it now. What can he manufacture? Lovely. Dixon into the path of Smith. Smith sends it across, free header, and it's wonderfully saved by Williams, denying Fabian Reed. He had so much time, he opted against the header, controlled it, but still couldn't get by Tyrone Williams. And he's in shock at the missed opportunity. Willis now. Arnett Gardens recycling it. How are they not level? Thompson. Shepherd. And it will get a throw.
Yeah, still didn't like the move from Shea Smith initially. I thought he had a chance to shoot. Look at this pass here. Not sure that was a move from Smith, but it ended up working out because he found a beautiful pass to Reed. That's a top save, top goalkeeping. I just thought he should have taken it in the space there, Shea Smith. Yes, it wasn't on his stronger right foot. And so did the rest of the Arnett bench as well. top work by Tyrone Williams, though. Great goalkeeping.
Arnett Gardens coming forward. Dixon playing it across to Smith. That's another fantastic block by Emilio Rousseau, I think, who came across to deny him.
There's another example of Smith was waiting too long. Lovely move by Kahim Dixon, though.
Here they come again. Dixon, first touch wasn't the best. Yet Smith not quite up to the pace of the game since he's been on the park.
At all. Not sure why he thinks he would have so much time in the 18-yard box.
Ball over the top again, and Smith can't get on the end of it. Williams collects and tells his teammates to calm down. The whistle went, belatedly. Alvinus Myers got clipped on his shoulder. Free kick to Portmore United. They have a little reprieve here. Portmore United would love a second goal here. Myers to deliver. Ball sent inside, and the header. Well, Rose was there. Young was also lurking at the back post. Rose couldn't get a proper connection on it. Wing. Smith collects it in stride. Sends it across. Fabian Reed. And now an attempt is blocked. And Portmore United with the clearance. So many opportunities inside the box there. And Arnett Gardens again could not capitalize.
Good move from Shea Smith on this occasion. Touch is not working out for Reed. To give the Portmore defence credit, as soon as Reed got it, he was closed down. Jaheim Thomas's strike, though, wasn't the best at all with the left foot. Weak. Yeah, a lot of half chances coming for Arnett Gardens in the 18-yard area, and they're not taking them.
They rule those missed chances, Arnett Gardens. They've made another change. Portmore United.
Headley is off and Henry is on.
Shaquille Henry.
The Tivoli standout, Tivoli High School.
Shepherd. Well, it was a poor pass to him.
Henry's first touch. He has 3 goals already this season, the teenager. Gets in to stretch his legs early.
Dixon. Wasn't the best first touch from him. Myers saw it. Well, Marshall, he knows how to work his way through the small spaces. Wing. That's put into touch. Shepherd, he's lost it. Rose plays it inside. Took too long to play the pass. And no free kick awarded. The game is stretched now. Shepherd. Dixon. I think he was expecting Smith to be out wide, as he usually is. Was that a push? Yes, it was. Suffering from a bit of cramp there. But his team will continue. And here's a shot. Took a deflection. Kept in play. Wing. Inside! 1-1! Fabian Reed! It had to be him again. His 11th goal this season for Arnett Gardens, number 13. His 5th against Portmore United. And the captain has brought the junglist level against Portmore United. It's 1-1.
Looked as if it would just be a matter of time for Arnett Gardens to score. And it is their leading goal scorer this season. Decided to keep him on the park, Xavier Gilbert. And I dare say, really couldn't miss from there, Fabian Reed, but in the right place at the right time. Patience shown by Philando Wing. This time the pass, very accurate. And for once, Arnett Gardens kicking one time without taking a touch. Portmore unable to reset. And Tyrone Williams' heroics not good enough on this occasion. Wing with the assist. Fabian Reed with his 85th of his Jamaica Premier League career.
They soaked up so much pressure, Portmore United. Oh, he's onside. And they'll get a corner kick, Portmore United. They were so open at the back door, Portmore United. So uncharacteristic of them to concede so many chances.
Seems as if Arnett Gardens are now going to go for the double change. Well,
they're going for the win. Corner kick coming up for Portmore United. Here comes, and it's punched away, not far away. Marshall is there, to the byline he goes. Managed to keep it in. Rousseau trying to get that one inside, and he'll have to settle for a throw. No time yet to make the changes for Arnett Gardens. Sent inside looking for Walsh. Headed back out. Marshall really tried to keep it. And now he goes the other way. Oh, that's a lovely touch to Shepherd. There's a run over on the far side. It's Dixon. Vital interception by Siegel Knight. Dixon retrieves. Gets away from Knight. Trying to force the play out wide. Still somehow manages to keep possession. Arnett still with it. Ball played inside. Shepherd will collect. They're smelling blood. Arnett Gardens comes out as far as Dixon. The clearance made by Portmore United.
Needed a better touch there, Kaheem Dixon. Lovely move initially to keep it, Dixon. Yeah, agreed. Holding on by a thread, Portmore United. And tired legs, especially in the middle of the park.
There was a slip there. Marshall lost it. Shepherd lost it himself.
Yeah, poor move by Shepherd. Should have threaded wide to Dixon immediately.
Arnett Gardens, they don't know what it's like to ease up. And it's Shea Smith out wide. Smith delivers inside. An outstretched leg again from Rousseau. Shepherd keeps it alive. It's with Dixon. The whistle went. It's a free kick to Portmore United.
Wow. Is it a foul on Shepherd? Shepherd went in, sliding in. I think Howard on the receiving end. How is that a foul against Jamal Shepherd, though? I can't understand that. Studs not exposed, foot all along the ground, wins the ball. There's no way that's a foul. Here's the change we were expecting. Yes, Thomas off.
As we take a look at the SportsMax stat moment of the game, and no surprise, it's the equalizer, or no, it's a save that was made by Tyrone Williams, denying Fabian Reed. Smith with the ball inside, and Reed with the effort, and Tyrone Williams, well, we've seen him make some fantastic saves. And that was another brilliant one, denying the Arnett Gardens captain on that occasion. The game is still stretched. Look at the acres of space. Ball played inside. Shepherd knocks it forward. Young has to make up his mind about what to do, and just used his brain there. Felt the touch from Reed, went down. Free kick awarded to Portmore United.
Surprised that Fabian Reed fell for that. Would have won a corner, should have just allowed him to do what he was doing. Bailed him out there. And lost opportunity. So Brown and Kelson on, Kahim Dixon off, and Jaheim Thomas. Excellent game for Dixon, not such a good one for Thomas.
Yeah, Marshall was fouled there by Shepherd. Walsh drives this one, and Edwards had to come across to make the save there. Walsh has been a handful. That was going into the top corner.
Yeah, I hope he's fit enough to start the second leg. He must start Siobhan Walsh. I think he's a match winner. And he could be the difference for the Portmore team in the second leg. I'm telling you that. Quality striker. We haven't seen enough of Marshall in the second half. Did do a lot of work in the first.
Rousseau with the corner kick, looking to deliver. Edwards cries for it and gets it. Trying to get Warner Brown going over on the right hand side.
Because of the changes made though, Donald, it has meant that Kelson is playing in the middle for Thomas instead of out wide, which is where he has really come alive this season. And Warner Brown has to play wide, which, as we have seen throughout, he's struggled a bit in that position. Certainly is a central player, Warner Brown.
We're hearing 9 minutes of stoppages to be played. Well, I don't think the spectators will be complaining at all. Confirmed. Ball knocked into space. Reed is on it. Fabian Reed plays it inside, and Shea Smith. His effort deflected. Was it?
Thought initially that he signaled a corner, Christopher Mason.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Maybe changed his mind in the end. Not sure what Shea Smith was asking for, because he could never have been expecting to get a penalty for that.
Designated first year
Smith. Thompson inside to Shepherd. Shepherd drives an effort. That's wide of the mark.
Touch, he got a touch. Good save.
Yep, Williams, I think it was probably going wide though, but he wasn't sure. Went across to his right to stick a hand out. We'll see it from here. Yeah, it was going wide, but Williams wasn't certain. Kilson. Ball played inside. Oh my word, it just evaded Smith by a whisker on that occasion. He knew it was close.
How did Smith miss that? He's already scored, what, 6 times this season, and Smith has had some real look-ins here. And it's been a big disappointment for the Arnett bench that Smith hasn't done better. Natural wide player, Shea Smith. Yeah, he's just got to make contact there with either foot. Could understand why he was going with the right, but just opening up his body to place it into the far corner. I dare say he's got to get something on it.
Well, who's your man of the match? Because it's an interesting one. Maybe leading the race on the Portmore United team is Emilio Rousseau, who's had a monster game.
Yeah, I think Rousseau has played very well for Portmore. He would be leading the race. It's a youngster on the Arnett team for me, though.
Which one?
Dixon, actually. I know Fabian Reed got the goal, but I dare say I really love the play of Kaheem Dixon right throughout, and for a teenager to come in on this stage and play the way he did.
I understand that, and I'm much of a fan of Dixon as anybody else, but Rousseau's interceptions, his blocks...
Well, you asked me for each team.
There can only be one in the end, so we'd have to choose which one. And I'm leaning towards Rousseau based on the impact he's actually had on this game. Rashawn Small has come on for Jaheem Rose. Chris Taylor is not too surprised by that change.
Scored last time out. As well did Small, his first goal in the Premier League. More changes coming.
Javon Thompson is on as well.
Alvinus Miles. Kevin McLeish as well.
Has come on for Howard.
So both wing backs changed. Yeah, do agree with you though. Still a performance for Emilio Rousseau. You do know that Fabian Reed did score though.
Yeah.
The job was against Reed though, and he has performed well. I mean, can't say he could have done much for the goal, which was hit one time by Reed.
He prevented a few instances though. Nullified a few dangerous moments for Arnett Gardens. It could have been much better for Arnett, the scoreline. Still can be. Wing. Just running out of real estate. Wayne McLeish. Wing. Kelson. Brown sends it out wide. Wizard. Switching the play now to Wing. Wing sends it high. Williams watching it all the way. Maybe both teams will be happy with the 1-1 draw. Or maybe not. Time and space here eventually ran out of both. Ball over the top. Young is back there. Reed, though, continues to battle. Earns his team the throw. Wing.
Another player who's played well for Arnett Gardens in Wing. On the left-hand side.
Yeah, despite the own goal against him.
Yeah, well, he couldn't do anything about that. I mean, that was rocketed against his chest. He shouldn't have even had a chance to be an. It shouldn't have even had a chance to be an own goal. Jaheen Rose. I'm still wondering how he missed that. He was on the far right side and hit the left upright from 2 yards out. Yeah.
It was almost magical, Chris.
Some ability.
It was almost magical. Kilson.
Another player who's played well is Stephen Young for Portmore. That
yeah.
pairing with him and Rousseau. I do think Rousseau is ahead of him, of course, but Young has played well, as usual.
Shepherd goes long. Brown did well to keep it, you know. Another throw in to Arnett Gardens. Or no, it goes the other way. We have about a minute remaining here. Maybe a little bit of time will be added based on the stoppage. Marshall, that's a lovely find. McLeish inside, Walsh with space. Walsh driving it against the defender, surrounded by players, manages to get the shot off. Didn't have the power that he wanted, and Eric Edwards accepted it. Couldn't keep that one in play. And maybe that will be that. Final look at the watch. Just a few more seconds to be added. Here's Portmore United. Walsh has it. As play continues, it's Marshall. Marshall sends it out wide. An opportunity here for Portmore United. And again, trying to fire that one inside Javon Thompson, but not a lot of power behind it. And that will be that. We've seen enough here. And it ends as how it begins, all squared after the first leg in the quarterfinals of the Jamaica Premier League. Champions in their own right, both these teams. Portmore United with 7 titles, Arnett Gardens with 5, but they share the spoils here. After Fabian Reed had equalized, their captain with his 11th goal of the season. Portmore United had gone ahead courtesy of an own goal. Last touch coming off young Philando Wing, but they did apply the pressure, didn't they? Portmore United in the initial stages before Arnett Gardens came roaring back in that second half, and they will be happy that they got the equalizer in the end. But yeah, full-time score. Arnett Gardens 1, Portmore United 1.
Full match highlights. Christopher Mason, the man with the whistle. And Portmore United coming forward early. Alex Marshall with the right foot off the crossbar and over. Good opportunity. Eric Edwards a little off his line. And he had the crossbar helping him out, Edwards. Then Kaheem Dixon with a sublime touch to set up this strike. Going for the far corner but couldn't quite find it. A little bit too central with the strike. But what a game he had. Then Stephen Barnett. Oh, so close yet again for Portmore's number 24. Should have finished it off. And luckily for Arnett, the woodwork was there to save them. Then this off the chest of Barnett. Eric Edwards doing enough. Portmore turning on the pressure in that first half. And then this moment, look at that touch from Alex Marshall just to set it up. Rose should have finished it. It came off the upright and then barreled off the chest of Philando Wing. Own goal against him. 1-0 Portmore in the 41st minute. Rose, I'm not sure how he managed to miss that, Rose. It looked like it came off the heel. Should have been an easy tap in. But it all worked out for Portmore in the end. 1-0. Then this Willis strike at the start of the second half. Williams made it look easy, but we have seen what Willis can do from that kind of distance. Then Fabian Reed finding a little bit of space and getting off a strike, which Williams saved on that occasion. Then look at this save from Tyrone Williams. Smith, a dink inside the area. Great chest control from Fabian Reed. Thought he had the finish, and Tyrone Williams said no, not yet. Arnett kept on the pressure, they kept coming forward. Philando Wing showed his patience, picked out Reed, and this time wasn't about to take a first touch or hesitate. Went one time with the strike. Tyrone Williams unable to reposition himself. And a goal for Arnett, 1-1. Fabian Reed, 85th in his Premier League career, 11th of the season. Arnett all square after 82 minutes, and they continued to press the back line of Portmore. Shimon Shepherd with the strike, which was going wide anyhow, but Tyrone Williams touching it around the post. And again, the quarter-final ends 1-1. All square after 90 minutes, all square in terms of shots. 6 on target for Arnett Gardens, though, from their 10 attempts, just a 3 on target for Portmore. It was a better second half for the Junglists. 14 fouls, shared equally between the two, just a 1 yellow card to Akila Howard. Portmore custodian, Tyrone Williams, made 5 saves compared to Arnett Gardens 3. And majority of the possession for Arnett Gardens at 53% over Portmore United's 47%. But after 90 minutes here at Sabina Park, it's all square. Arnett Gardens 1, Portmore United 1. DJ Williams has a man of the match, none other than Emilio Rousseau.
Yeah, Emilio Rousseau, today's man of the match. Emilio usually get man of the match for a wonder strike or a great assist, but this time it was for an excellent defensive performance. Talk us through how tough that game was.
Yeah, playing against Arnett is always a tough match, but we get the early lead and slack off in the last half. But didn't pick up the goal scorer. I would know that he's dangerous when he is in the box. So we'll just have to work on that and come back again next week.
All season, Portmore have been one of the best defensive teams in the league. How far do you think that can take you in this league, especially with the dangerous attacking players you have?
Yeah, the aim is to go right up to the championship, and that's what we're working for.
Yeah, and you have a really talented squad. Even Siobhan Walsh came off of the bench today. Talk us through his talents. How good do you think he is?
Yeah, he's a wonderful striker. Unfortunately, he didn't get any clear-cut chances to give us the lead, but next week, I believe that he will be on the score sheet.
Well, great performance today, gritty performance. Best of luck next week.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, Emilio Rousseau there, excellent defensive performance from him. Really key to this Portmore United backline, and he proved that time and time again today. So many blocks so many great defensive efforts, not only from Emilio Rousseau, but so many defenders on your team. Coach Philip Williams, coach, yet again, you got the lead versus Arnett, but you let it slip later on.
Yeah, disappointed. So I think Arnett played a good second half. We gave them too much space in the second half, and they took advantage of the spaces. But I mean, we once again we did what we wanted to do in the first half. So it's a matter of going back to the training pitch and try to sort out our second half.
Yeah, coach, in the first half, your team was extremely aggressive in the press and also getting the ball forward very quickly. Was that a specific instruction, or did you just see Arnett there for the taking?
That's definitely so, but I mean, to press like that is very difficult to do over 90 minutes, and the legs went in the second half, as you saw, and Arnett took advantage of that.
Yeah, and even one of your talisman, Alex Marshall, looked a bit more tired than he usually is. How are you going to, how do you plan to make the boys recover and come back next week?
I mean, we have a decent staff that knows their job, and they will do what they need to do to get the team up and running for the next game. It's a playoff. I mean, it's 1-all to play for in the second half, so we definitely have to put aside our pain and focus on the job that needs to be done.
All right, coach, good defensive performance and best of luck next week.
Yeah, man, thanks much.
Yeah, Coach Philip Williams there, coach of Portmore United, his first foray with Portmore United into the playoffs. It was a very competitive game against this man and his team. Coach Xavier Gilbert, coach, a very similar story to the last time you played them a couple weeks ago. The first half not too good, but in that second half, what changed for you?
Yeah, we made some adjustment, some tactical adjustment, and it paid dividend for us. Unfortunately, we only managed to put in one tonight, but I thought we created some opportunities in the second half, and I mean, should have been a little bit more clinical in front of goal, but that's the nature of it. Happy that at least we're heading into the next leg, not behind.
Yeah, coach, not to try and give away some of your tactical changes, but as an analyst myself, I noticed that a lot of your players were coming much more central in the second half. Was that deliberate to try and overload those areas in the second half?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I was going to add to it, but no, I don't want to give out too much things, you know. But yeah, as I said, we made some tactical adjustment. It was working. And unfortunately, we just failed to capitalize on some opportunities that we created from it. But again, as I said, we have to work a little bit harder, try and keep a clean sheet, and then hopefully we can make one. It's going to be tough next week again, but both teams are going to prepare, and hopefully the fans are entertained tonight.
Yeah, coach, and before the game, I spoke to you about your squad and your strength of it, your depth of squad as well, and I think that really came to the fore, especially with the substitutions.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, everybody is working hard. I mean, we're getting some players back from injury, some still out, but nevertheless, everybody is working hard. And it's important that you manage your unit that you have and give some of them playing time during regular season, because when it comes down to this, you never can tell, you know. So it's good that some of them withstand the pressure earlier, and I'm pleased with the schoolboy Shadiko Wizard tonight. You know, he did some good things.
Yeah, coach, dogged performance, good comeback, and best of luck next week.
Yeah, thanks, appreciate it.
So, pretty much as you were as far as the brackets are concerned. Woodhouse to the Gardens 1-1 earlier today. Arnett Gardens, Portmore United 1-1 this evening. The winner of the Arnett Portmore game will meet Cavalier in one semi-final, while the defending champions Mount Pleasant, they await the winner of Woodhouse against Tivoli Gardens. The matchups next Monday at Sabina Park. You don't want to miss it. Arnett Gardens against Portmore United will be the first on the agenda on Monday, 5 o'clock Jamaica time, 6 in the Eastern Caribbean. You can watch that on SportsMax 2. Right after that, Tivoli against Waterhouse to decide the other semi-finalist. 7:30 p.m. Jamaica time, 8:30 in the Eastern Caribbean. It's been a privilege bringing playoff action to you. It's the first day of action here at Sabina Park. The crowd enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed it in television land. On behalf of producer Ramon Stewart and director Michael Edwards and the big commentary team, inclusive of Dean Smith, Chris Taylor, as well as Leger Williams, and of course Genet, who was in the stands. I'm Donald Oliver signing out from Sabina Park for the final time. It's good night.